Hey guys, welcome back to another Skyblock episode. So we're still farming some Deepslate here. In between the episodes, I actually did a bit of investigating and I found out why we're only getting a single layer of Deepslate here. To make it short, it's a rounding issue. Can maybe later when I go to the creative world show you in detail what's causing this. So that's basically the reason why it's not working, is I built it below Y0 in the creative world, I built it above Y0. So no easy fix for this, unfortunately. I think I'm just gonna keep the farm like it is right now, when we're still getting enough Deepslate. Yeah, but what are our plans for the day? So, kind of working towards a vanity project again today. It's this single chunk project. Yeah, I showed a couple episodes ago already. Oh yeah, we have it over here. Oh, I should definitely make sure that I don't fly away too far from the farm to not unload it accidentally. Yeah, so I wanted to recreate a single chunk somewhere. I picked this one here randomly pretty much, because it wasn't directly here in the main area, but I don't like the location anymore. Just didn't actually find it because we have the other two towers. I think it doesn't really stand out a lot here anymore, so I think I'm just gonna pick a different chunk that I want to recreate. Again, this is just a vanity project. I think it's just a cool idea to recreate one. Does have no purpose at all, but from now on, very little things have a real purpose to make any more progress. I mean, we already defeated the Ender Dragon. So what I want to get out of the series at this point is just to have fun, make a couple cool machines, get all of the advancements here from the Skyblock mod. We have it, and yeah, just have some fun, making things. And this would be one of those. So yeah, let's head over to creative. We have a copy of the seed just in a normal world, and let's pick a different one. Maybe we could even pick a better one. Okay, here we are. This is the seed of our Skyblock world, just with normal world generation. So I wanted to find a chunk that stands out a bit more, and I saw that a taller chunk would actually stand out a bit more, and also one that isn't surrounded by any technical builds. So we just have a chunk, and then a couple hundred blocks around we have nothing. So yeah, would really stand out. So the taller chunk would be nice. So I actually just searched for the next frozen peak biome and found this area here. I think this is actually the same one where we did the goat farming. So yeah, we probably already have a portal to this location. I also want to build, of course, a chunk in the location where it generates in a normal world, and not just anywhere. This would be a bit weird. Could also then, if there's some grass involved, look a bit odd. So definitely same location. It's not too far away. It's also important to me. So it's at minus 2k 400. At first I selected a chunk over there, but then I was looking over this area and I found this one here quite interesting because it had an overhang. So yeah, this is the one I selected, and I actually looked down because I was expecting deep dark biome, and of course there is one. But actually, it's quite interesting one because there's even one of those portals inside with the reinforced Deepslate. At the time of making this video, it still doesn't have a use. Still curious what Mojang wants to do with that. But yeah, those Deepslate structures are not removed by the world generation. So the mod also thought ahead that those things probably will get a use at some point, but yeah, don't know yet. So this is of course a block that wouldn't be available, or one that I could get in normal survival, even in the Skyblock mod, so there's no mechanic intended to get those. But yeah, since they're still part of the world, it's no problem. You can just build around it. Okay, so this, the chunk that I liked. Already checked what kind of blocks there are. It's a bit more tricky, because we also need some sculk blocks, which don't have a farm for yet. And here we mostly have Deepslate bricks and so on. This is all covered by the Deepslate farm. If you look down a bit, there's also some wool. It's not too much, but we could maybe also make a sheep farm. I have an idea for a nice small one. But of course, what's probably gonna be a big issue right now is the copper and diamond ores. There's also a custom mechanic to make those, but those basically require multiple diamond or copper blocks to make one copper or diamond ore. Right, so I already started selecting here the chunk with the Labmedica tool, just to get a material list. So let's do that next. Okay, so let's take a look at the full material list. At first, I was actually surprised why there's the repeater in the redstone dust, but then, of course, yeah, under this portal here, of course, there is this redstone room. This will also be part of the chunk, which, in my opinion, makes it even better. We also need some grass blocks there, but this actually makes it even better, in my opinion. Okay, then, yeah, let's take a look. Infested deep slate. That's something we can maybe get if I really want to. But this would require actually to fly the blocks there. Not sure if I'm that dedicated. Depends how many infested stone blocks there are actually. I found it. Infested stone 29. Why not? We could actually fly this year. Also kind of fun to do it once. So I can also bring over some silverfish blocks, I guess. Yeah, apart from that, yeah, as I said, diamond ore and copper ore. Bit of a problem. I think there's more copper ore up there. Yeah, 200. So we need a copper farm first. And of course, skulk is a big thing. So there's skulk veins and skulk blocks. Yeah, I wanted to make a farm for this anyway, so it's gonna be fun. And apart from that, yeah, the rest we can get. Deep slate bricks, deep slate stone, granite, yeah. So yeah, I definitely need to make like 3 farms. One copper farm we need, a diamond farm, and then the skulk farm. It's just a question, what do we start with? I think the most fun would actually be a skulk farm. I have a design already in mind, using a lot of zombified piglins that spawn in the overworld with normal portals. But that, of course, would require a lot of obsidian. That means we would need a better obsidian farm. Oh god. I think I'm starting at it again. Chain of farms that needs to be built before we can actually do this. But I still owe you an explanation why we're not getting 2 layers of deep slate in the survival world. So here with the exact same farm in the creative world, we do. Yeah, so this actually has to do with the way the coordinates are calculated exactly. We get 2 layers here. We can also just throw the sick potion here on the stone. And it reaches 2 blocks deep. If we go down to the negative values, y values, then we also only get single layer converted. There we go, only a single layer. Interestingly, we actually try it from below, then we can convert 3 layers at once. Sometimes. I think we also need to be aligned there correctly. Yeah, there you can see 3 layers. Yeah, so the exact precise position of the potion is also important. So, yeah, what basically happens is the game always rounds down the exact coordinates of the potion. So the splash potion has a certain volume of blocks where the effect is applied. This was pointed out in the comments of the last video. It's an 8.25 by 8.25 area that is 4.25 blocks high. And if, for example, here we got potion above the blocks, so of course the exact position of the potion is important when it collides the blocks here. So this is dependent on the velocity of the potion and the precise position. So basically the tick before it hits the stone, where is the potion exactly? So if you're in the positive values, if you're slightly above a block, then it would be like, for example, 20.1. And this just gets rounded down to 20. And if you're in the negative, then of course, if you're above y20, you're at minus 19.9, which is slightly higher. And this then also gets rounded down, or there should be a negative sign, to minus 19. So then the impact point is basically almost a block higher. That also explains why we're sometimes actually getting 3 layers. There you go, 3 layers. Yeah, so this explains the difference why the farm does not work like in creative. And of course, this is actually not a nice system to have in a game. There's already a pull request made by Process to change the system. So in my opinion, the best system would be if any block touches the effect area of the potion, it should also be converted. So in extreme value, you got the potion directly in the center of like 4 blocks. Then a 10 by 10 area should be converted. And if it's aligned precisely, even 6 layers at once. So in my opinion, that would be the best system. If yeah, any part of the potion area touches a block or is within the volume of a block, it should just get converted. It would be the best solution because then we also won't have any issues. I actually got a little bit lucky because here I also built the farm in the negative coordinates, the same as in survival. So also the impact point here of the potion is slightly offset, and it's basically also dependent on the positive X and Z coordinates. So we're already lucky, 1 in 4 chance that I actually got this the same in survival. Okay, so this is the explanation, and yeah, should be clear why this wouldn't be an easy fix now. So we would need a bigger rebuild in survival. What we can do instead, it's like just gonna wait until the fixes are applied and update the world, and then it will also work. What we could do maybe is build a dedicated farm right next to this one here that takes advantage of the exact coordinates maybe. But yeah, it's also a lot of effort again. I'm getting enough Deepslate anyway. But now let's get back to our future projects. I want to make a Skyblock farm that requires a lot of nether portals and therefore obsidian. So I want to make a dedicated obsidian farm. Now the easiest way to make a obsidian farm, or the fastest, would be just to stick a wither into the 5x5 obsidian platform in the end and farm obsidian this way. But yeah, a little bit boring. I mean, we've done that 8 years ago in Psycraft. Not much has changed there. I wanted to use new mechanic to actually make a decently fast obsidian farm. So I wanted to use a lot of lava cauldrons. The idea is I would fill buckets with lava. The cauldrons would then get filled up again by the dripstone setup here. And then the lava buckets are sent to a wither cage where the wither would break the obsidian. This should at least be faster than a player just mining the 5x5 end platform. So I actually spent the last 3 days, at least we got 2 million sticks almost that have passed designing this. And now I have a new issue. I need a lot of the dripstone. So the first thing I need to make now is actually a dripstone farm. But that's something I've done before. I think I can just take an existing design and build that in survival. Back in survival, I found a pointed dripstone farm in my schematics folder. There's actually a lot of stuff in there from, I think, over 6 years of making farms and schematics. So the pointed dripstone farm that we built in the 4x4 challenge definitely is also good enough for the Skyblock world. So there's not much really you can do differently or improve when it comes to pointed dripstone farm. So just run a flying machine through that setup and make sure that all of the items land in the storage somehow. That's about it. So yeah, I didn't want to bother designing a new one. So already found a location, that stone box over there. Yeah, it's the location for the pointed dripstone farm. Yeah, material gathering went pretty well. Got everything except the dripstone blocks and the pointed dripstone. And yeah, I put some cobble into the furnace array so we can get the stone bricks and also a bit of sand for the stained glass. So this setup here, I harvested it a couple times, but never bothered to really expand it. Should have maybe done that. So I got about 1,000 pointed dripstone, but of course we need way more than that. We need 1,500, and then technically 6,000 more to make the dripstone blocks. Could have gotten that from some villagers that sell those, but I actually went for that, but I had no luck getting a villager with that trade. So we can build the dripstone farm partially and then just run it, and then over time can use more and more dripstone to expand the dripstone farm, and then we should get enough. Alright, so I'll wait for the furnace array to finish. There's plenty of cobbles still in there, also the sand. Then we can start building. Alright, so the pointed dripstone farm has been built and also launched it for the first time. Yeah, so what it does is basically breaks the dripstone and it pushes the items into the water streams on the side there. And then it will be sent to the storage here. Hopefully, for the items. They're getting stuck maybe? Yes, I think I forgot to place yeah, some water there. Alright, that will be fixed. I also totally forgot that there was a flaw with the farm. Unfortunately, it has been a bit too much time since I built this the last time in the 4x4 challenge. I remember it was actually really annoying to place the pointed dripstone because I can not reach it. Only if I jump that I can barely place the pointed dripstone there. So I should have built this like one block lower. Already tried to maybe sit a bit higher and have more reach by getting the horse. I think the camel could be actually the solution for this problem here, because there you actually sit a bit higher. Yeah, but now I'm already committed with this farm. No camels inside, still gotta wait for 1.20, so I guess I gotta place the rest by jumping, which is quite annoying. Okay, yeah, so just gotta wait now for this to produce a lot of pointed dripstone. In the meantime, I really need to work on my rocket supply or sugarcane supply so we can get some paper. I only got 15 rockets left, so it's about time. I actually have an idea for the farm, but it would require quite some time now in creative to design it. I think we're actually just gonna go for a manual farm. So we got a couple manual things already. Just gonna stop this farm here. We got a couple of manual things already here. The melon farm, netherwood farm. I think I'm gonna build a small sugarcane farm here on the side. We can just run through and harvest it manually to not overcomplicate things, but definitely have a good idea for an automatic farm at some point. So I think this should be large enough. I didn't go for the compact sugarcane farm design because I have enough space in the first place, and I think harvesting rows also might be a little more convenient. The only thing that wasn't convenient is that if you break ice that is placed at minus 64, it doesn't turn into water. So yeah, would have either needed an extra layer, or I can also just waterlog the leaves there. So I place some water. I can probably do it like this. Yeah, this should only take a couple minutes. This also works pretty well. Actually, right now I don't have any sugarcane items. This is the last sugarcane I have. So let's harvest it all and plant it over there. At this point I also have 2 rockets left. Already for saving them for an emergency in case I fall down. Gotta be really careful. Oh, actually there's 1 left. Yeah. Okay, now I'm almost out of things to do. Just need to wait for pointed dripstone and sugarcane to grow before I can really continue. Can already actually start gathering the rest of the materials for the big lava farm. So I need 7,000 cauldrons, it's like 50,000 ingots, but we got that at the iron farm. Getting the lava actually might be a little bit of an issue. Probably need to make maybe a smaller lava farm, so we got the almost 7,000 lava buckets. Yeah, that's quite some logistics. I don't even have the amount of shulker boxes to even transport all of this stuff. So maybe the site where we built a big lava farm, gonna make a small lava farm first. Yeah, the project's getting large, infrastructure required. Yeah, then pointed dripstone, just need to wait until I have 7,000, and the rest need to make a bit more glass, servers. Yeah, the rest is okay. What we also need, of course, is the whole wizard cage setup to break the obsidian. So got a good idea how to do it. It shouldn't be too complicated, but definitely needs a bit of designing, especially getting the wizard into the cage and then building everything around is a bit tricky. But yeah, we'll figure that out next episode. Yeah, nothing more left to do here besides waiting. So perfect time to end the episode here. Alright, yeah, so plan for the next one is design a wizard cage, build a whole big lava farm, and make some good obsidian. Then we can move on and work on the Skyblock farm, which is gonna actually be quite large. So that's why, yeah, I needed this much obsidian. Alright, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.